Hello everyone, myself Sudhir Shinde. In this video, we will discuss about the current chopping phenomena in circuit breaker. So, current chopping is the term that came with the advent of vacuum switching, which was commercially started back in the 1950s. Earlier, switching means in air or in oil are the terms of dielectric recovery rate relatively slow, and as the main contacts would part, the arc would go through several zero crossings before it would finally go out, and the dielectric strength across the now open gap be strong to prevent a strike, and thus the continuation of current for a further half cycle. With the introduction of vacuum as a dielectric medium that has a completely different characteristic to that of air or oil dielectrics, in so much that it has a very rapid dielectric recovery rate. Upon opening the main contacts of a vacuum interrupter, whether it be a circuit breaker or contactor, high velocity movements are easily obtained because of the low mass and small movements required to obtain arc isolation up to limited high voltages. As such, the arc will be extinguished at the first current zero and within a half cycle. Because of the rapid recovery rate of the dielectric which is placed between the circuit breaker contact, the arc in case of vacuum interrupter will tend to go out before current zero, and which will result in an instantaneous current drop to zero and lead to an induced voltage or voltage transient being generated to downstream equipment. So all this process can be seen by calculating the formula. That formula is nothing but say Vt, V suffix T is equal to I suffix C into Z suffix 0. Z0. Here this Vt is the voltage transient, this Ic is current chop, and this Z0 is the surge impedance. So now what is meant by current chopping exactly? So current chopping in circuit breaker is defined as a phenomena in which current is forcibly interrupted before the natural current zero. Current chopping in circuit breaker is defined as the phenomena in which current is forcibly interrupted before the natural current zero. So current chopping is mainly observed in vacuum circuit breaker or in case of air blast circuit breaker. And there is no this current chopping phenomena in case of oil circuit breaker. So why, that I will tell you at the end of this video. So current chopping is predominant while switching shunt reactor or unloaded transformer. Means when we are going to interrupt the magnetizing current, the current chopping phenomena can be observed. Now generally the arc extension in the circuit breaker takes place at natural current 0. The arc extinction in a circuit breaker that takes place at natural current 0. And this is true if the capacity of the breaker to extinguish the arc is varies with the level of fault current. Its meaning is that the arc, it means that the arc extinction capability of breaker will always ensure that the arc extension is taking place at natural current 0. Now let us assume air blast circuit breaker, or we can assume vacuum circuit breaker also. So other than oil circuit breaker, we are assuming here air blast circuit breaker or vacuum circuit breaker. Now the fault clearing capacity is fixed and independent of the fault current level. In this case, when breaker is used to break the circuit of unloaded transformer or shunt reactor. So the breaker is interrupting only the magnetizing current, which is very less as compared to full load current or rated current or fault current. As we are knowing, the magnetizing current is very less as compared to its full load current or rated current of transformer or reactor, whatever it means. So as the capability of breaker arc extension is high enough, therefore the low magnetizing current will be brought to 0 before the natural current 0 position, as the capability of breaker arc extension is high enough, the low magnetizing current will be brought to 0 before natural current 0 position. And this phenomena is known as current chopping. Now let us understand current chopping in detail. Now consider one diagram which is of shunt reactor is shown here. Now in this figure, this L is the inductance of the shunt reactor. This circuit is of shunt reactor. And this L is the inductance of this shunt reactor. Similarly, this C is the capacitance of the winding of that reactor, and this R is it is here for the AD current loss in the reactor. Now consider the breaker for this figure as air blast circuit breaker. Now as we are knowing that the shunt reactor always takes magnetizing current. Shunt reactor always takes magnetizing current. Now of course this magnetizing current is also very low as compared to rated value or full load current value or fault current value or magnetic. Now consider the normal operating condition. Now let the current flowing through this reactor is say I. Let the current flowing through this reactor is high. Then the energy which is stored in the magnetic circuit in this inductance, that will be given as 1/2 Li square, that we are knowing. The energy stored in the inductance is given as 1/2 Li square, where I is the current flowing through this reactor and L is the inductance of this reactor. That is the normal operating condition. Means this circuit breaker switch is closed. Now, as soon as this breaker is open, the current chopping will take place. And the current through this reactor, that will become 0. The current through this reactor will be 0. And due to this sudden drop of current through the inductor, a high voltage will be developed across it. The high voltage will be developed across it. That is according to Faraday's law. Therefore, the voltage across this capacitor, that will also rise. Now, the main question here is, what about the energy stored in this inductance, that is this 1/2 Li square, where it is going? So, the stored energy in this inductance of this reactor is transferred to this capacitor. So, mathematically, we can write the energy stored in this inductance of reactor will be transferred to this capacitor. So, both the energy stored in inductors and capacitor will be same. Then we can write as 1/2 Li square will be equal to 1/2 Cv square, that is the energy stored in capacitor. So, if we simplify this equation, then we will get this V is equal to I into square root of L upon C. This voltage V is the voltage across the capacitor. Now, this voltage which is obtained from this equation, that is called as the prospective voltage across the capacitor. That is called as prospective voltage. So, this is the prospective voltage across the capacitor during the current chopping. So, this prospective voltage is above the natural voltage of the system. This prospective voltage will be above the natural voltage of the system. So, this means that there will be a very high voltage trace on the shunt reactor during current chopping. We are not one thing that the prospective voltage V is directly proportional to the value of current chopped. The value of prospective voltage is directly proportional to the current chopped and also the surge impedance of the reactor. So, to understand this, let us consider one simple example. So, that will give us the idea about the magnitude of this prospective voltage. Now, let us consider this value of this inductance L is say 64 millihenry. Now, let the capacitance having the value of 0.01 microfarad. and let the chopping current will be of 10 ampere. So at this condition, let us find out this voltage V, prospective voltage V. So chopping current is say 10 ampere is given here. Square root of L 64 millihenry. We require it is in Henry, so 64 into 10 raised to 3 divided by the C in farad, that is divided by 0.001 into 10 raised to minus 6. So minus 6, minus 3, minus. So if we calculate this value of prospective voltage, so that will be say 80,000 volt, or we can write as 80 kV. So now we can see here the magnitude of this prospective voltage V is quite high. Now if this voltage is high enough to break down the dielectric between this circuit breaker contact, then that will lead to the restrike of the arc in the breaker, and so the current will start to flow through the circuit again. Are you getting? If this voltage, prospective voltage, is sufficient enough to break down the dielectric between these two circuit breaker contacts, then the arc will strike here, and that results in the current, flow of current through this circuit again. So again there will be chopping of current, but this time the level of the current chopped will be reduced, and therefore the voltage trace on this reactor will be less. It means that the number of choppings will take place till this prospective voltage is less. It means that the number of current chopping will take place till this prospective voltage will become low enough to restrike the arc. Means this voltage should be less than the dielectric strength of the circuit breaker contacts. So in that case only the current chopping or current flowing through the restriking of the arc will stop. So in this way we can observe what amount of the voltage will generate in case of the chopping current. Now observe this figure carefully. So in this figure you can see the 4 current chopping, 1, 2, 3 and 4 current choppings are there. And in each current chopping, you can observe here, in each current chopping, the magnitude of the current is reducing. In each current chopping, the magnitude of the current is reducing. So this is because of the dampening effect of the losses in the equipment. Why this happens? This is because of the dampening effect. Dampening effect of the losses in the equipment, and these losses are nothing but the AD current loss and hysteresis loss. So this is the process which takes place in the circuit breaker when it is going to interrupt the magnetizing current. And this phenomena is what we discussed is nothing but the current chopping. And at the starting, I said that the current chopping is observed in case of vacuum circuit breaker and in case of air blast circuit breaker, but it is not observed or it is not happening in case of the oil circuit breaker. So why this current chopping is not there in oil circuit breaker? So basically in oil circuit breaker, the arc control is proportional to the fault current. The arc control is proportional to the fault current or the current to be interrupted in case of oil circuit breaker. So in such circuit breakers, means in oil circuit breaker, the extinguishing power is proportional to the current to be interrupted. The extinguishing power is proportional to the current to be interrupted. Therefore, the current cannot be made zero before the natural current zero instant. In case of oil circuit breaker, it is not possible to make the current zero before this natural current zero. So in case of air blast circuit breaker or vacuum circuit breaker, you can observe here the final current zero position is forcibly obtained before this natural current zero instant. But that case is not possible in case of oil circuit breaker, and therefore no current chopping is observed in case of oil circuit breaker. Therefore, no current chopping is observed in case of oil circuit breaker. So this is just a brief explanation regarding this current chopping phenomena in the circuit breaker, and this current chopping phenomena is not observed in case of the oil circuit breaker. So in this video we studied about some introductive part regarding this current chopping in the circuit breaker. Then we discussed about the definition of the current chopping in the circuit breaker. So current chopping in the circuit breaker is defined as the phenomena in which current is forcibly interrupted before the natural current zero. The current is forcibly interrupted before the natural current zero instant. So in case of means generally arc extension in the circuit breaker that take place at natural current zero, and this is true if the capacity of the breaker to extinguish the arc is varies with the level of fault current. In that case only the arc extension in the circuit breaker that will take place at the natural current zero. So this part we also discuss. So for to see the detailed study of this current chopping, we have taken one reactor circuit, and with one example also we discussed about the magnitude of the prospective voltage, and that prospective voltage is very large, and if that the prospective voltage is large enough to break down the dielectric strain between the circuit breaker contact, then arc will restrikes, and that will result in the flow of current again in the circuit. So again current chopping will be there, second current chopping will be there, but in second case that magnitude of this current will be less, so the prospective voltage produced will be also less. So number of current choppings are required to extinguish the arc between, or to avoid the restriking of the arc in the circuit breaker. So for that we have taken one example also. We have seen that the magnitude of the prospective voltage is very much large, and from this figure also we easily understand. So number of current choppings are required to avoid the restriking of the arc, and this happens because of the dampening effect of the losses in the equipment, means like eddy current losses and hysteresis losses. And lastly, we have seen that there is no current chopping phenomenon in case of oil circuit breaker. So thanks for watching. Thank you.